Okay, so today we have Michael Brim here with us from bfadsnet, and I'm sure most of you have heard of it, but if you haven't, bfadsnet is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, Black Friday websites on the internet. So we're really pleased to have Michael here with us today. We know you're really busy, especially with this time of the year and the season, everything y'all got going on. So thank you for being here, taking the time.
Yeah,
Um,
thank you for having me.
yeah. So will you tell us a little bit about yourself and your website and kind of what y'all do?
Sure. So I started BF Ads about 10 years ago in 2003. BF Ads covers everything Black Friday, from the early ad leaks to the pre-Black Friday sales to the big day itself, and then all the way through Cyber Monday. And we're kind of starting to get in to do the Christmas sales. There's only 3 weeks between, I think, Thanksgiving and Christmas, so kind of a consolidated holiday period. So we kind of cover everything in about a 2 month span.
Okay. Wow. So how long has this kind of been going on? How long have you been letting people know about the Black Friday sales, and how did it start for you?
So I started back in 2003. I was 16 in high school.
Wow.
But Black Friday to me was kind of like the pinnacle of when I could buy stuff for cheap and then resell it on eBay.
Uh,
Um, and a lot of the sites I went to were forum based, which back in 2003 weren't the most intuitive for, I would say, like amateur computer internet users.
yeah.
So the ads would be out, but you just, like, my mom couldn't find them on on a deals forum. So I said, hey, why don't I consolidate them, put them all on one page, see what happens, and it really just kind of took off from there.
Wow. That's amazing. You were 16.
Yeah.
Kind of how it all started. You just stuck with it. It just kind of grew from there.
Yeah, I've never really had a traditional job, and so
Hmm.
even back in high school when my friends were mowing lawns or delivering newspapers, I was doing a lot of stuff on the web, and I found buying stuff for cheap and then reselling it either on Craigslist or eBay was a lot more lucrative
Yeah.
than getting paid $7, $8 an hour,
Yeah.
doing doing hard labor.
Right.
So
Do you still
figured,
do that?
why not? No, this has become like a full-time job. The margins aren't that great on eBay sales anymore. But I did it through college. I mean, like I said, I've never really had a traditional job. 9 to 5. Really kind of worked for myself.
Great for you.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So I've been following your site for a long time. I mean, Black Friday has changed so much over the years. I can remember when just a few stores were doing it, and then, a lot more stores caught on, and now it just seems like this huge deal. I mean, if you're not doing a Black Friday, you are just not cool, So even the little tiny boutiques
Yeah.
that you've never heard of, you're like,
Yeah.
Black Friday, who are you? But
Everyone and their mother. Yep.
yeah, so what changes have you seen though? What are some of the biggest changes you've seen in the sales since they kind of first started?
So on the sales point, I think, like you said, we're seeing a lot more involvement across the board.
Mhm.
But I think probably the biggest transformation is back when I first started, Black Friday was largely an in-store event. The deals were only available in-store. E-commerce, online sales didn't really exist. Whereas now, online sales are really at the forefront. Online sales have really grown tremendously. You're seeing traditional e-commerce only, so like an Amazon, a Tiger Direct, a Newegg, really go in and attack Black Friday hard. So we're kind of blurring the line between, Black Friday being a traditional B&M holiday to now it's just cross the board. If you sell anything, you probably have a Black Friday sale.
Right. Are you seeing any difference in like price wise, like it's better, cheaper, you're going to get better deals online or offline, or they just kind of depend?
No, you're kind of seeing both. One interesting thing was I went back to like 2005, 2006, and the actual like the price you're paying for a TV is still about the same. You're still paying about 250 for the average set, whatever the featured set is. It's just that the technology has gotten bigger and better. So people always ask, oh, well, why don't I see great sales anymore? And we're not necessarily seeing like price drops in terms of like absolute price drops.
Yeah.
When LCD televisions came out, they were like $1,500 for a 32 inch. Now you're paying $250. But if you compare like what am I getting? I'm getting a decent sized kind of family television for $250. that's kind of stayed constant. It's just the quality of product you're getting has really increased.
That's interesting. The popular items this year. Most of our audiences are moms, so parents.
Yeah.
What do you see that parents are buying for the children this year? I mean, I guess you can kind of maybe gauge that by what you're seeing with the sales that the stores are pushing.
Yeah, I mean, the bread and butter of Black Friday sales are consumer electronics, largely televisions. It used to be laptops, now it's more tablets. In terms of like directed towards children, I don't think we've seen like a blockbuster toy, maybe since the Tickle Me Elmo X back in, what was that, 2006?
Yeah.
I know we've seen like little blips. I know this year the Furby boom is supposed to be relatively big.
Yeah.
That's, I think, $30 at a handful of stores. Normally retails for $60. But even still, I don't think that Furby kind of has that luster that the original one has. Probably the best or biggest kind of toy sale that we're seeing is what are they? They're the Skylanders Swap Force and the Disney Infinities. What these are is they hook up to video game consoles. I think the Skylanders hooks up to every current generation and every next gen console available. And what you do is it's kind of like you pair an action figure and you put it on this little base, and that action figure will then transport into your game.
Really?
And that's been at least from what I've seen and what I've read and our input from our users has been like this is the it toy. Maybe not for small children, but definitely in the like 5 to 12-year-old age range. That's been kind of by far the number one toy people have talked about.
And where do you get that from? Like what kind of store?
So you get it at Walmart, you get it at Toys R Us. I think the best deal this year is Walmart's going to have it for $37. And I think Toys R Us is going to have it for $40. It normally retails for around $75. Sometimes you see it on sale for $60. Yeah. So $40 is pretty good. And actually, Walmart's going to have a pre-Black Friday sale tomorrow, where they're going to offer that item, both the Disney Infinity and the Skylanders one, for their Black Friday price at $37. So you don't have to go on Black Friday or be online. You can actually go tomorrow, 8 a.m., and that'll be the retail price for those two items.
Can you get that online, or do you have to go in the store?
That's the thing. Stores aren't the best in kind of explicitly kind of differentiating, well, what will be online and what will be in store. I think a lot of the brick and mortar stores still see an in-store customer a little bit more lucratively than they see an online customer. Yeah. So even though we see a lot of doorbusters go online, retailers don't want to give off too much information that might sway someone who was going to go in store to now going online, because a lot of the profits associated with the people that go in store is they've dedicated so much time. They're kind of surrounded by all these items in a frenzy, whereas online you're isolated, so you don't have that kind of external pressure feeding into you possibly buying something that isn't that great of a deal. So will you be able to get it online? Possibly. Yeah. Right now they're saying no. Right now they're saying it's only available in store, but there is a chance, we see it online, or there is a chance Amazon comes in and decides, hey, we're going to price match it. So lots of possibilities, but nothing explicitly defined.
So if you want to make sure to get it, you need to be there at 8 a.m. at your Walmart store tomorrow, right?
Yeah. 8 a.m. I don't think is that bad.
No. It's the 3 and the 4 a.m.s that kill me. I'd rather pay somebody to go in and get it, but then you're kind of, what's the point of the sale? Because then you could have got it full price and did it yourself.
Yeah.
If a mom could only pick one store that they could go to on Black Friday, what would you tell her?
I always say Amazon. Amazon almost across the board will price match the best deals from an assortment of stores. It's really amazing. They almost relish any opportunity to play spoiler during Black Friday. I swear I'm pretty sure that they're just kind of giddy at the opportunity. We don't really see any other store be that proactive in terms of price matching their competitors. Amazon comes in and just wrecks the whole thing, and then they kind of just stomp through and say, hey, this is our playground now.
Yeah.
So Amazon is probably my first one. If if you're for whatever reason dead set against not shopping online, which I would advise against, but probably Walmart. Walmart's kind of tried and true, and they've got that general assortment. Target's not bad, but I think Best Buy might aim a little bit too electronics, tech heavy. If moms are looking for, like, Walmart has $2 bath towels and 6-pack washcloths that were surprisingly one of our top 10 deals at Walmart. Got a lot of good feedback about that. So I would say, yeah, you get a little bit more of a full assortment of items at a Walmart as opposed to a Best Buy. But no, pick would be Amazon for sure, or none.
Now, how does the price match thing work online? Like,
so it's not, it's not a traditional price match where I go in and I say, Amazon, Walmart selling this for $50. I want you to price match it. Amazon doesn't really work that way. They're a lot more proactive in that they'll notice that, hey, the Walmart has this great a deal or Best Buy has this great a deal. And they'll go and proactively change their price and promote around that. So it's not a true, here's an ad, give me this price. It's more of Amazon going out there and kind of setting the terms. They do have a little bit of, you can say, oh, price suggestion. They have a little thing that says, oh, and a Best Buy or a Walmart or a Target selling for this much. And if they get a lot of feedback, sometimes you do see them change it. But for a lot of the doorbusters, Amazon's already kind of outlined that, yes, they're going to come in and price match the creme de la creme of their competitors.
Well, it seems like a little less work for us. They got to do the work for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, So what if moms could pick 3 stores to go to? Amazon obviously would probably be in there.
Yeah.
You said Walmart, I think.
See, that's the thing is I'm not entirely sure. Like, I don't want to pigeonhole moms into only buying one thing. I have no idea. I mean, if moms want a tablet, right? There's tablet deals on the 3 versions of the iPad at Best Buy, Walmart, and Target. So you really can't go wrong with the big stores. I'm just trying to throw it out. Toys R Us actually doesn't have that great a sale this year.
Really?
So I might say, if I'm looking for toys, I don't know if I'd necessarily advise you into Toys R Us. Toys R Us does open first. They open at 5 p.m. on Thanksgiving Day. But I think across the board, we're seeing better discounts on toys at a Walmart or a Target as opposed to a Toys R Us. If you just mean me to give a top 3, it'd have to be Amazon, Walmart, Target, just because they sell the most and they generally sell at the lowest prices. I don't really know of like a boutique retailer that's kind of off the beaten path for specifically for moms, unfortunately.
Well, no,
nothing.
I think we're all going to be heading to Amazon. Amazon and Walmart, definitely.
Amazon does a very, very solid job with their Black Friday deals. And since they're online only, their online shopping experience is kind of heads above what you normally see at a Best Buy or a Target, which isn't to say Best Buy and Target's experience are lackluster. It's just, this is Amazon's bread and butter. And this is their day to shine. So, this is the ballpark they play in 365. So.
Do you have any other big tips you want to give to our listeners? Anything you want to suggest?
Sure. So, I don't know if I pushed online shopping enough in this interview, but Amazon just announced that they are going to start their Black Fridays. They have a whole week of deals. Their Black Friday deals week a day early on Sunday. Tomorrow, Walmart is going to have that 8 a.m. pre-Black Friday sale. Sears is going to have an online, this is also tomorrow at, I think, 7 p.m. Central. Sears is going to have an online exclusive doorbuster preview. So we're seeing deals start a week early. So don't wait until Thanksgiving Day, Black Friday. A lot of online sales will actually start. We've actually seen Kohl's start as early as Wednesday morning for their online sale, which is a full 48 hours away from, I guess, traditional Black Friday. And we probably might even see a Tuesday night sale start. So if you're going to shop online or you're going to shop in stores, don't wait until Thanksgiving Day to really kind of do the research, because there's a chance that this whole week we see tremendous deals across the board from an array of retailers. BF Ads will cover all of them. and we generally try to highlight the best sale or best sales item within each sale. Do a little bit of that legwork for you. But yeah, definitely, be on your toes for the next week. Black Friday is no longer a 6-hour sales period. It's going to be an 8 to 9 day event. Obviously peaking around the Wednesday to Friday period, but still you'll find stuff you'll love starting tomorrow through all the way through Cyber Monday.
Are you thinking like maybe a year from now, 2 years from now, we'll see all of November being the whole sales month?
I don't know if we'll see that great, but I honestly, for me, I don't understand why a retailer would start their sale against Thanksgiving dinner. Like, why rival it 1-to-1? To me, if you're trying to push earlier and early, why not Wednesday night? I mean, you figure people get off work, the next day is a holiday. Start it at Wednesday at, let's say, 8 p.m. Have the sales run till 6 a.m. Thanksgiving morning. Then you have your Thanksgiving dinner, you rest, and then kick off Black Friday too, either Thanksgiving night or Black Friday morning, or just completely forgo that, and Black Friday is now a day of rest, and it's technically Black Wednesday.
Yeah.
To me, that makes a lot more sense than, starting at, I'm going to start my Black Friday sale Thanksgiving Day at 6, which to me butts up a little bit too close to, I guess, the end of Thanksgiving dinner. Especially if you're going to be there 2-3 hours early, then now you do have to pick and choose.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised to see Black Friday move up even further, though.
Wow. You cover Cyber Monday, you said, on your website too?
Yeah. So even though we're BF Ads, Black Friday ads, cover Cyber Monday, and last year we did coverage all the way through Christmas, and we found that to be pretty good. So we're going to try to do the same this year. Like I said, consolidated shopping period after Thanksgiving. We only have, I think, 3 weeks till Christmas, maybe 4 weeks. But we have one less week than we did last year. So that's one of the reasons why we're seeing sales start even earlier, is a lot of retailers will, backdate it from how far away we are from Christmas, not necessarily absolute day in a month. So, yeah.
And you send out on your website, you've got a newsletter where they can sign up for, right? They can put their email address in, and then they would get updates in their email about the latest and greatest sales that's going on.
Yes.
Where do they sign up for that at?
Just right on our webpage. If you go to bfadsnet, there should be this green little sign up thing. It says get the ads directly to your inbox. All the ads are out right now, so if you want to see a Black Friday ad, just go to our site, bfadsnet. You'll see we've got more than 100 Black Friday ads posted. Big stores, small stores, everything in between. And yeah, like you said, we have that mailing list where we normally would say, okay, here, the Best Buy ad is out. See it now. That's already happened. So now it's more of a, hey, the online Amazon sale is starting. Hey, the online Best Buy sale is starting, which is greatly beneficial because these sales start in all odd hours of the night. Maybe you're not going to necessarily be there, but you might get a blip on your phone. Oh, this is happening. So yeah, I would definitely recommend signing up for our mailing list to be alerted almost minute of the start of the online sales.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I was checking it out this morning, and I saw about Walmart in the morning, and I'm like, oh, I got to get there. So, I mean, if you want the best sales, definitely go to bfadsnet, right?
Yep, bfads.net.
You won't be sorry. You'll be. I followed their website for years. You're gonna love it. So I definitely highly recommend it. Michael, I really appreciate it. I know you guys are really busy, and we appreciate all you do because we get great sales out of what you do.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. All right. I'll talk to you another time. Have a great one.
All right. Okay. Take care. All right. Bye-bye.